I'm Subi Zimmerman, and today I'm going to share with you 15 different backdrops that are inexpensive that you can either find or buy so that you can add some visual intrigue to your next photo shoot. Finding the right backgrounds to use in your photos or videos on Instagram can help turn your Instagram account from bland to glam. So whether it's a painted garage door or it's a cutting board, what's important is that it represents your brand and is memorable every time someone sees your post. Because having a creative background can really make the difference between a mediocre post on Instagram and a stellar one. Today, I'm going to show you 15 different backdrop ideas that you can use to help get your creative juices flowing. And I'm going to tell you where you can find them. Some of them are right at your fingertips, and some of them you might have to hunt for or shop for. At the end of the video, I'm going to show you 2 great Instagram accounts that you can use as a resource. As I go through these 15 backgrounds, I want you to keep in mind that consistency is key, and using backgrounds that make sense for your business and brand is more important than having a variety of backgrounds. This account, for example, which is a holistic food account, shows the food on a wooden background whenever the food is being posted, and frequently when the dog Pumpkin is in the post, it's on a blanket, it's on a sheet, it's a neutral color. There are many different types of backdrops. Backdrops can be something as simple as foam board, where you can be doing flat lays and showing your products that way. Or a backdrop can have a prop inside of it, or the backdrop can have fern on top of wood that adds to the visual interest of the post. Things like ferns and pine cones and wood and pebbles and rocks, these are all available to you in nature. So any of those textures and elements are really good backdrops. Now remember that a backdrop that's too busy can distract from a subject, and you don't want to do that. So this is an example of a flat lay. I'm not sure if this is foam board or if it's the surface, but what I want you to pay attention to is that the backdrop is subtle and the subject matter pops. And just that little subtle peach color can make a difference in stylizing this photo. Here's another flat lay, this time with a product shot being journals, and I love that it's a pop of color on top of the white. May Design does a really great job with their flat lays, and often by putting a body part like your hand or your finger into the flat lay adds a whole nother creative element. Another great backdrop is simply a painted building. In this case, when holding a green ice cream cone to a painted building, it can really pop and add a creative element. So whether it's a painted building, a mural, or a painted wall, look around you when you're traveling. There is so much art on buildings and walls that often can be great backdrops. Painted walls, as I said, so in this case, it's a rainbow painted stucco wall. So whether it's on a building or on a wall, these make for great backdrops. Wood can be a great backdrop, especially for jewelry. Weathered wood especially works well because the jewelry can pop right off of the neutral color. Flooring is all around you. So whether it's tile or carpet or wood, look down because you never know what you're going to see. And this account, I have this thing for floors, will definitely get you looking down more when you travel, especially when you go into hotels and into restaurants and buildings that have very creative patterns on the floor. Marble. For some reason, marble is trending on Instagram as a backdrop. So whether it's a flat lay like this or it's done as for a backdrop for a wall, it has a nice texture. The white with the gray just adds a little bit of a creative element in the backdrop, which can be very interesting. All right, knitted scarves, knitted blankets, knitted sweaters, all good backdrops. Let's take a peek into this account. This is an artist who handcrafts woolen products. what I want you to look at are the backdrops that she uses when she's showcasing what she's making. It's not bland, there's textures. And when you see the backdrops, often they do not compete with the subject matter. Sometimes they're solid, always in the hue of the whites and the grays. So very consistent here, right? So whether the backdrop is her sweater, which is very clever, or it is the flooring. There's some great inspiration here in this account. Water. Water's free. Water's everywhere. You can use a filter to make it look like this if you want to. DIY Studio does a great job. And whether you're selling a product and you want that pop of texture and color in the background, water is a great, easy backdrop to use. Paper. Cheap. Easy. Everyone can have it. Everyone can find it. Everyone can use it. So whether it's confetti that you're ripping behind that paper, maybe it's your painting, maybe it's a photograph, maybe it's your face, but this is a really clever backdrop to use, and obviously use your brand color when you're using paper. Maybe it's your menu, or maybe it's newspaper, or maybe it's a magazine. Those are all great backdrop ideas as well. Here's some grass. This is burnt grass. It's not green grass. I kind of like that. It feels a little like wheat grass, and it goes well with the bowl of vegetables. Okay, confetti. This particular account actually sells the confetti. So if you're looking for confetti, check out the confetti bar. Love how the sneakers are on the foam board with the pop of confetti. Another element on top of element. Wallpaper, again, especially with a product shot. Love the contrast of the black shoes against the floral classic wallpaper. Henry Bendel, again, wallpaper. I'm showing you this because of the combination of the product with the wallpaper. So this makes me feel like I want to take that tote and go on vacation to a tropical island, right? See how this all comes together? The backdrop enhances the photo. Tile. Tile is everywhere. Tile is easy. It's probably in your bathroom. If not, it's in the airport bathroom. Sometimes it's pink, sometimes it's blue, sometimes it's shiny. At any rate, it's a nice neutral background that you can use in your Instagram post. And finally, fruit and or vegetables make for a great backdrop on Instagram. Okay, now I want you to think about your actionable items here. What are you going to do to take action and be consistently using a backdrop for your business? So start by scrolling through Instagram, finding a post that you like, and if you want to save it, just tap on the little ribbon on the bottom right. When you do that, it saves to your photos, and you will have a photo album, if you will, of places to show to your photographer for your next photo shoot. Choose 2 or 3, like I said. Decide on how many pictures that you're going to be using for each of the backgrounds. And tag me. Tag me when you've decided what it is. I want to see what you're doing with your backgrounds. At Subi Zimmerman, at the Instagram expert. Now, here are those 2 accounts I promised you as resources. One is called Ink and Elm Backdrops. Check them out. You can click into their link in their bio, and when you do, you can see all the different categories that you can shop for backgrounds that you can take with you on your next photo shoot. These are great, you guys, if you can't find them at your local store, or if you don't have them in your house. And then the other account I wanted to bring to your attention is Mini Backdrops. Both of these are good places for you to check out, especially if you want that rustic wood or that marble feel. Go have some fun finding those backdrops and let me know which ones are your favorite. Did you like this video? Let me know in the comments below, what is your go-to visual element that you're going to be adding to your next Instagram photo shoot. And be sure to grab my free Instagram strategy guide. The link for that is waiting for you in the comments below. And I'll see you on the next video.